The gravity anomaly has been reworked, and I think it's very apparent what the rework is. It now slowly moves around in random directions, kind of like the singularity, and it will actually pull objects in a less linear fashion. It's almost like a circle. And as a change that comes along with this, mag boots actually prevent you from getting pulled or repulsed. So having mag boots while using a chimp, most likely, on this anomaly is sort of required. You could definitely get an ape set up to shoot it, like right now it's stopped moving. But other than that, not much else has changed with it. It's just a little bit harder to contain. This was one of the safer anomalies, so you're going to have to spend just a little bit more caution dealing with the gravity anomaly. Rock anomalies have been changed. There are now 4 types. There's iron, quartz, silver, and uranium. And the way they work is that they will produce those specific minerals rather than just being an all-in-one rock anomaly. One other thing that's changed with them is now they will no longer make crabs when they pulse, and rocks can no longer develop directly around the anomaly, so automating their control is a lot easier. So that is just some changes to the rock anomalies. Not much has changed with the flesh anomaly, it just kind of follows the same principle as the rock anomaly. Nothing could spawn directly around the flesh anomaly, making automating its control a little easier. Finally, there's a pyro anomaly. Visually, it is different, but the major difference of the pyro anomaly is now, rather than just ambiently setting things on fire and increasing the room's temperature, when it pulses, it will actually make explosions around the anomaly. So upon pulsing, it'll do an explosion. It's pretty similar to the ice anomaly, the way you contain it now. You just have to do some minor repairs on the windows, and at low severity, it didn't even crack them. Also, it still does set you on fire, so it did not lose that effect. It just has basically an added effect. The pyro anomaly was one of the easiest ones to deal with in the game. The detective has gained independence from security. What that means is the detective is technically no longer a security officer. They are now to answer to the HOP instead of the head of security. They have lost security access, but they can still access the brig. And the biggest change from this is now the detective is eligible to be a syndicate agent or an antagonist in general. So they start with body armor, they start with a gun, and you can't always trust the detective now. But the fact they're independent means that it can add some extra drama to security, and I expect this to be a bit of a culture change, a bit of a culture shock. You can't just rely on the detective as a security officer anymore, so it's going to force security into some more detective-like positions because you can't just rely on the detective. But it's not like the detective's always going to be an antagonist, and I think there's going to be some really interesting drama, like I said, where the detective could literally forge evidence, collect bad evidence, clean up his own evidence, whatever the case may be. We'll have to see how this goes. Junior PACMANs have received a slight buff by being able to produce 8 kilowatts of power instead of just 5, but the biggest change is now that PACMANs will now actually tell you the target power in the network that they're in. For example, this Junior PACMAN on this LV cable will actually not be able to power everything because the network needs 9.8 kilowatts, but it only produces 8 kilowatts. Where, as you can see with the normal PACMAN on a medium voltage wire, will have no issue powering this substation network because it was producing significantly more power than the network takes. So what you can actually do now, since it directly tells you, you can change your target power wattage to save fuel. PACMANs will hopefully see more use with this now that anyone can visually look at it and instantly tell if they need to unanchor machines or how much fuel they can use and save. The industrial ore processor is now how you can print sheets of more advanced glass directly. So like reinforced uranium glass, you can print directly at the industrial ore processor or plasteel. So not only is the industrial ore processor just better in terms of saving materials, you can also print more unique and more convenient materials with the industrial ore processor. So it's a straight upgrade across the board. Sticking certain metal objects in microwaves, like a fork, will eventually cause the microwave to start sparking and eventually explode. Revolutionaries have been disabled temporarily and pending a upcoming rework. I don't have any ETA to give you here. It's just, I guess, whenever someone ends up making a better design doc for Revolutionaries and codes it. Shotgun slugs have been changed to actually be slugs. They now shoot one projectile that does 28 piercing a shot. These can be created at the security tech fab. And yeah, they're just one projectile that does 28 damage a shot. Deployable barriers have been changed. They now require 5 seconds to unlock and lock them, meaning you can no longer use them as pretty much makeshift airlocks, which is almost always what they were used for. Now security has to have more consciously decide when they want their barriers up and when they want them down, and they can't just sprint through them full speed like an airlock anymore. And last but not least, ion storms are not twice as common, so expect your Borgs to have some malfunctioning and bizarre laws a little more often. That's all I got for this week. I want to thank all of our maintainers and contributors for all their hard work on the game, continuing to update it, keep it polished and just fresh to play. Thank you for watching.